What is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. The New York Jets get the W. Okay, 24-17, the Jets win. We're 1-1. Was it pretty? Absolutely not. But a win is a win. And if you think I'm going to come on here and whine about a New York Jets victory, the first victory under Aaron Rodgers' career with the New York Jets, this is not the YouTube channel for you. Now, there's some things we're going to break down in this video that did not go well with the Jets that needs to get figured out. But this is a tough NFL league. Weird things happen, and the Jets got the W. Their defense got the stop when we needed them to the most in the fourth quarter. Will McDonald with a clutch sack. 3 total sacks from Will McDonald. Big time shout out to him. Really unfortunate injury news today that we'll have to talk about that I don't even want to talk about because it's going to make me sad. Jermaine Johnson tore his Achilles. He's done for the year. All right, I just want to get out of the way. I mean, my sympathy goes to Jermaine as a person first. I mean, before we even talk about the loss of him, his impact on his defense, but Jermaine has such a good head on his shoulders. He's such a good person, and he was so excited to break out. He was having such a good game, too, and it looks like his season's done. So definitely prayers up, and sending nothing but healing energy over to Jermaine Johnson. C.J. Mosley also went out in this game with a toe injury. He does not seem like he's going to be done for the year, but I don't really expect him to play Thursday night. But Jamie and Sherwood stepped in and played really good ball. Brandon Echols stepped in for DJ Reed and played really good ball. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdowns. Braylon Allen, 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall with the craziest touchdown grab you'll ever see from a running back. I mean, going up there looking like a legit number 1 receiver out there. We're going to break it all down in this video. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button and comment your thoughts of the New York Jets victory over the Tennessee Titans. If you guys watched my previews and, talking about this game on the roundtable, on the huddle here on Jets Media, cool thing I just got to say, I got to toot my horn a little bit. I did predict the final score 24-17 Jets. So pretty cool when you actually get the score correct. I did predict that correctly. So I have to just give myself a little pat on the back there. But let's get into this game, all right? It was ugly in that first quarter. The whole first half, we did not feel good about this team, okay? The first quarter, the offense was not moving the ball. The Titans go down the field. They score a touchdown. They're up 7-0. And then we're just all thinking to ourselves, what is going wrong with this team? Is it coaching? Is Rodgers rusty? Is the defense overrated? And then Jermaine Johnson goes down. I mean, it was a mess. Everybody was upset. The offense could not figure themselves out. Okay, but then the New York Jets figured things out in the second half, and that's really all that matters because football is a game of quarters, in my opinion. It's a game of 2 halves as well. And they figured out a way to pull out that W. I thought the opening drive in the second half really set the tone. Aaron Rodgers going down the field, Breece Hall, 30-yard carry, and they finish it off. I mean, that Mike Williams, ridiculous catch on third down. Welcome to the Jets, Mike Williams. We also had a phenomenal third down catch from Garrett Wilson. I mean, looking over his right shoulder, adjusting midair. Garrett Wilson finished with 4 catches, I believe, for like 47 yards. Allen Lazard had a quiet day today, but Breece Hall and Braylon Allen are the stories of this Jets offense, man. I mean, talk about the rookie running back, Braylon Allen, making his presence be felt. All right, 7 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown, and he also got in the end zone through the air as well. I love the play design, actually, from that touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers to Braylon Allen. A little fake to Breece over to the swing. A little shovel pass to Braylon Allen. He gets it in. And then that touchdown, excuse me. But that touchdown that we saw from Aaron Rodgers to Breece Hall was ridiculous, okay? That doesn't happen, folks. Aaron Rodgers throws up a go route to Breece Hall, okay? And he gets the job done. Way to be Aaron Rodgers. Now, Rodgers, you can say, definitely doesn't look like elite right now. He's rusty, right? He doesn't look like he's going crazy. And for everybody that's like, oh, Rodgers is rusty, he's not the same old Rodgers. Dude, if this is a rusty Aaron Rodgers, I'll take it. Because that just tells me he's going to get better as the season goes on. Look at the stat line, folks. 18 for 30, 176 yards, a touchdown, and a passer rating of 98.7. If that's a rusty Aaron Rodgers, can you imagine what he's going to become when he figures himself out with his offense? Let's not forget, that was only the second game he played as a Jet with these new players around him. New system, new offensive line. Also, big shout out to the offensive line, man. They were phenomenal in this game. I can't wait to watch the film because Rodgers was barely touched. And when he was touched, it was like a coverage sack. It wasn't because the pressure got to Rodgers. I felt like every time Aaron Rodgers dropped back to pass, he had all day. There were some times where he couldn't throw the ball down the field, whether he just didn't like it or nobody was open. And he wasn't perfect, of course. I want to see more blocking from the run game, but I feel like they showed enough in this game to give me some optimism that the offensive line has figured themselves out. They're healthy right now. We had that touchdown from Braylon Allen from 15 yards out. A really good block from Conklin on that play and Moses on that play as well. So overall, I think the offense, they did enough in this game. They absolutely did enough. Also, big shout out to Irvin Charles, our special teams ace, getting a block punt. That gave us 3 points. All right, that set up Greg Zuerlein for that 3 points. Got to give a shout out to Irvin Charles. I mean, he had a play on that block punt. He had a great play as the gunner, as a punt returner, immediate impact on that tackle. So really good effort from the New York Jets. Now, going into our defense, right, you look at the numbers. Starting off the game, the defense stunk. Let's be honest with ourselves. They figured themselves out in the second half, but then it wasn't pretty, right? Sauce Gardner did not have a good game. I mean, he got beat on that Calvin Ridley touchdown. Chuck Clark, I really wish Chuck Clark was able to make a play on that ball, but Sauce Gardner definitely not having the best start of his third season, but I'm not worried about that. But you look at the stat line. I mean, Will Levis, 19 for 28, 192 yards, a touchdown and a pick. I mean, we contained the run enough, and I know that on the surface when you're watching the game, it's like our offense got gashed, our defense got gashed, our defense got beat. But the only thing that matters is points. We gave up 17 points. That's a win. If you're an NFL defense that can give up 20 points or less, you're going to be fine, all right? Will Levis, I also got nothing but respect for the Titans. I think they're a very good football team. Just because they're 0-2, I think I can't say they're the best 0-2 football team because the Ravens are 0-2, which is wild, by the way. But Will Levis showed me a lot. He is turnover prone. I mean, that turnover that he had was he just gave it to us. And the other turnover he had wasn't really his fault. Shout out Brandon Eccles, by the way. There's so much that happened in this game. Brandon Eccles, that crazy interception on Treylon Burks, going up there and ripping out the ball out of his hands. Big shout out to Brandon Eccles. That was a big momentum shift for this football game. But I feel like the Titans have a really good defense, and Will Levis is really mobile. He's athletic. He's big. It was so frustrating because it felt like the Jets would get a sack, and then he would escape and pick up yards with his legs. But the stars for me in this game is Jermaine Johnson. I miss you. I meant to say Jamien Sherwood. Jamien Sherwood stepped up in this game in the absence of C.J. Mosley and played heck of ball. Brendan Eccles as well stepped in for DJ Reed. So you got to give love to the two people that stepped in and filled in the shoes for the players. And not to mention, Will McDonald stepped up. The three players that I think you can argue had the best days on defense are the three players that stepped in for the injured players. Jermaine Johnson goes down. Will McDonald steps in, make plays. C.J. Mosley goes down. Jamien Sherwood steps in, makes some plays. DJ Reed is down. Brendan Eccles steps in and makes some plays. That's the next man up mentality. You love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Another player that sparkled on defense all day is Quincy Williams. The guy is elite. Quincy Williams is proving again why he's an all-pro linebacker. Shout out to our guy Quincy Williams for being the dynamic linebacker that he is. He finished the day with 9 total tackles, all right? 9 total tackles for him. Quinnen Williams, he also had a sack in this game, he actually didn't have a sack, so they didn't credit. I'm kind of confused, honestly, how Will McDonald had 3 sacks. I got to watch the game back. He has a forced fumble and 3 sacks. I thought Quinnen had one, but apparently, according to the box score, all 3 of them went to Will McDonald. But the one sack I do know Will had was the most important sack of the entire game, the clutch defense. Now, the defense on that last drive, was it perfect? Absolutely not. But the only thing that matters is they did not allow him to score a touchdown. That's the only thing that anybody should be worried about, okay? The only thing that people should be worried about with this defense is we stopped them from scoring a touchdown the last drive. I don't care how many yards they got. Yards do not matter as long as you do not allow them to score points. And I think that there's a lot. We expect more from this defense, no doubt about it, but I think they did enough to win this football game. And I think Aaron Rodgers in this offense did enough to win this football game. And I know there's a lot of things that needs to get cleaned up. You know what else needs to get cleaned up? Rodgers, the delay of game. I mean, where is the awareness of the clock? I expect more from you, Aaron Rodgers. But all in all, man, if this isn't a rusty Aaron Rodgers, I'll take it all day. And I tip my cap to the Tennessee Titans. They played a hell of a football game. And shout out to the Jets for winning this game, man. Now we have to go back home for a home opener against the Patriots, who just lost in overtime, all right? So 101 Jets versus 101 Patriots. Let's go. Jets fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I love you all. Thank you so much for all the support. The watch party was great. Love making these videos, of course. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Well, I'm not live right now, but shout out to everybody watching. Love you guys. Jets win, Jets win, Jets win. I want the vibes high. I don't want to see any negativity. Okay, we're going to talk about the bad, but mostly good because we won a football game. All right, 101. Let's move on to the neek by week league. Love you guys. Let's go Jets, and I'll see you next time. Peace.